These are two of my herb supplies here. These small plants here are thyme, and love those of you who cook with herbs enjoy thyme like I do. And this is my rosemary.
That whole thing is your rosemary?
Yes, this whole shrub looking thing here that has the beautifully shaped limbs is a prostrate rosemary, and I love it. I have one in my garden that's the upright, and it gets real leggy, but this one just gets more beautiful as it grows.
So do you cook with that stuff too?
You ate some of it today.
Okay.
Your soup that I made. And this is Vernon's Meyer lemons.
I love a Meyer lemon.
Oh, they're the best lemons ever. So we get a good stock of lemons every year. And then behind this is a lemon that's called a Ponderosa lemon. And even though you think these look big, they're actually small this year. These are garden boxes that my husband Vernon built. And he built them for himself, but I've slowly taken them over.
So what we got in here?
Oh, this is kale.
Oh, I love kale.
Oh, and Luann is the one that got me started loving kale because of the recipe she cooked with, I think it's ziti and feta cheese and kale, collards, good greens. But I absolutely love greens, and I love the way Luann has taught me to cook them. But this is just kale here, and these are onions. They're sweet onions. They're like the Vidalia style, but they can't call them Vidalia but they're the same thing as Vidalia. So if you put this on Facebook, everybody will know that. Now I plant beets every year because I love them, and I love the beet greens. And these are especially beautiful. They look like velvet. They're so pretty. But I have me some beets in here that I don't know that Luann will be eating them.
I will. I love beets.
Oh, good. But I have some smaller beets. They'll be growing until they're about this big usually. I have them like that.
Are these turnips?
These are turnips in the middle. See, I get every square inch involved in these boxes. Nothing goes to waste. And these have to be eaten. We're going to have to pull some greens. And
I got no problem with that.
See, these are nice, pretty roots.
Oh, those are gorgeous.
And I plant carrots every year.
How do your carrots do?
Well, let's see how they do. We'll see if we got any carrots in here. They're not as big as they will get, but let's see.
So this is the beginning of December. Do you just have wow.
That's a little one. They'll get
Man.
about maybe 2 to 3 times this size. But they're delicious.
Now what kind of, what variety is this?
You know, I really don't know because I plant 2 or 3.
It's the carrot variety.
It is the carrot, the orange ones. But
so, so this is your winter garden, right?
This is winter garden, and these things don't do well after the heat comes after the spring because the bugs will attack them.
Yeah.
Now you can plant carrots in the early.
Oh man, those are gorgeous.
Aren't they beautiful?
Oh my gosh.
You'll be eating some of these this evening.
And unfortunately no one watching this will, because by the time this is up, it's all gone.
But see these coming on here.
Yeah.
And then I planted these little ones behind them, so after these are done, this row right here.
So when did you plant the ones that you just pulled up? How long ago?
I planted those in late summer. And as you see, they love the cold weather. And they can
Well, what do you call cold weather?
Cold weather here. Oh, it's not like your cold weather up there. Do you grow carrots?
Unsuccessfully.
With the deer?
So the answer to that would be no. So I remember when you guys built this house, you said that you didn't want to have much yard and you didn't want to have a garden anymore. Is that correct?
That was a big lie. I love this garden. It's like taking a tranquilizer. I can come out here, and if my mind is full of stuff that drives me crazy, I lose all of that out here.
So this is a giant rosemary plant that I'm looking at, that I'm touching right here?
Right.
Whoa.
That's been here
Oh my gosh.
since we moved. It's 6 years old.
Holy cow.
And I found out that I had this big of rosemary on either side of the steps.
Uh-huh.
And I decided I would prune them back so maybe they would bush out. Well, that kills the rosemary.
Yeah.
They died immediately. So
that happens with lavender too. You can't really prune them that way, yeah.
So I'm just letting this one go, and I planted another one over there in case I kill this one anytime soon.
Wow.
I love a rosemary. I love to come out here and smell it. I wish y'all that are looking at this movie could smell.
Here, you can smell my hand.
Yes,
It smells really good.
It smells so good. As you see, I use every square inch of my garden. You need to come.
I don't even have enough room
Look over this way.
to get it all.
Don't step
I'm not
on
going to
my
step on the cabbage or whatever it is.
Okay, the squash are leftover from late summer, and I had cucumbers here that I picked at the end of December and pulled the plants up that were right here.
Right.
Now I have sweet onions in there.
Okay.
So that's what's coming.
Oh, yeah, I see a little tip of one coming up down there.
It's about 1.5 dozen in here, and then you're standing right below you is cilantro.
Yeah, and since I'm not eating it, I can enjoy it.
Yes, you can, and some to your left. And right behind you on your right is a collard plant that's been nibbled on by our family.
That?
Yeah.
See, my collards are so wimpy compared to yours. This to me, right here, that's a gorgeous thing I'm looking at.
That you wait till we get to the gorgeous ones. That one's kind of wimpy looking. But there's a cabbage coming on behind you, right there. That's a baby. And these are stuck over here in the corner, one in a planter, and they have big foliage, but their heads have just started forming. And these are green beans that I tried planting them very late to see if they would even grow, so there's one. Just to prove a point to my husband.
Okay.
That curly mustard, and it's delicious, with more sweet onions. And they are under this big curly willow. And they could use more sun, but I try to keep them watered evenly and fertilized because they get interference from Mr. Curly there. Oh, and if you wonder what these buckets of water are, I put Miracle-Gro fertilizer and hand water in between to keep the onions. They are heavy feeders of fertilizer and water. Lettuce is also a heavy feeder, so I try to keep those fertilized. And these bulbs will get to be, we've had them as that big. They're absolutely beautiful. And we don't buy onions during the winter much at all. So these are broccoli plants. And any of you that garden know that when you plant your broccoli, it comes in 4 and 6 and 8 packs. And all of it comes due to be cut at the same time. But we love broccoli, so I have to have it every year. But that's one of the pretty heads right there. That big is my head.
I swear, you're such a show-off.
I love my garden.
It's worth showing off, I'll tell you. So do you plant broccoli in the autumn and in the spring?
I just plant it once a year.
So it's mainly for you an autumn crop, right?
It is, yes. And see now, even though I cut the big heads out of these plants, and this foliage looks so bad because we had some real bad heat shortly after I planted them. And the heat burnt the leaves, but the plants thrived. You just have to keep them watered. But if you look, they still produce after you cut the
main
head out.
Oh, wow.
So I'll be cutting these out, I think, tomorrow.
Now, these are your beautiful cabbage plants.
They are.
Oh, my.
They're just the standard green cabbage they sell down here. Normally, I would be planting my own seeds in the greenhouse over there, but we Did not get to that this year, but I'll be planting them in January.
So this is dill, right?
Yes. And that's dill behind you. And this is some more of the
romaine?
Uh-huh.
So you mulch pretty heavily, right?
I do, and this is wheat straw. Now this is some freebie arugula that just, I can't bring myself to dig it up out of my path. So I wheelbarrow around it, and I walk around it, and I hoe around it.
That's worth it.
Yeah. But that's a collard.
Oh.
Collards are all the way up to this point.
I know some people who are watching this are going to be absolutely drooling. These are.
You have friends that eat collards.
Yes. Look at this. Oh man.
Well, you wait till the big ones come up. Now these are rutabagas.
Yeah, you're going to pick a rutabaga today, right?
Yeah, I think I will. That's
so what's the difference between a rutabaga and a turnip?
Number one, they're bigger.
Yeah.
That's a baby one there that is on its way.
How do you cook rutabagas?
I like to roast them. They're delicious roasted. You can cook them and mash them like potatoes, or cook them in cubes.
They're a little sweeter than turnips, aren't they?
They are. I absolutely love rutabagas.
Oh my God.
Now there's a baby there.
Now I'm just gonna put my foot next to that so you see. Oh my God.
Okay,
I mean, aren't you gonna pick that? I mean,
well, there may be one bigger down here. Look at that one now. That's a baby.
that would like feed a family of 10 if they like rutabagas.
And there's
a lot.
one. Right. Let me put my green shoe down there.
Literally.
Can you see the difference in my shoe and that rutabaga? Now, if you'll notice, you see a young, strong daughter over there standing while a 73-year-old woman digs up this giant.
I'm not the expert.
I only grow them. I think I cracked my shovel. It seems like.
I mean,
let me see.
yeah, hey, don't strain yourself there.
Can you see?
Man, yes, I can see it.
And these are more collards. If any of you want to come down, I'll be glad to cook you up a pot full.
Yeah.
Would you like a glass of wine?
Yes, maybe.
I
Maybe
will go fetch.
I will pass out.